Hi, everybody. I welcome you today to our talk on allowing flow. And of course, here we're talking about the water element. The water element is that part of us. The water within us relates to our emotional body. And as we know, we are more than 70% of water. Our emotional body is a very strong part of our being. And it is very much the part from where we make decisions in life. We create problems in our life, even create illnesses. So allowing flow is a very important thing. Working closely with your guides here and allowing them to guide you with everything that happens in your life is critical. It's important to know that water needs to flow. It's going to flow no matter what. So the more obstacles you put in its way, the more you try and control the outcome of something, even though it's not flowing, the more the water will find a way to break open and destroy whatever it is that you're deciding you need to control. It's very hard for us, very often, to stand back and not control the outcome. We have an idea of how something should be. We're all very good at handing over to our guides when we're struggling with it. But the minute things don't happen in the timing or the way that we want to, we take back control of it. We take it away from our guides. And once more, we put obstacles and barriers in the way of flow. We all know that time. We can recognize it when things are in flow. Everything we turn to just works out. We meet the people we need to, doors open as we need them. That is, we all experience that, so we do know how allowing flow will work with us and will help us in our lives. When we don't allow the flow, when we put up those barriers, then we create destruction in our lives. And we create destructions not only in our own lives, but it goes out to everybody else's lives around us. When we hold things back and allow them to build to such an extent that the pressure of the water and the pressure of the emotion is going to break those banks, it's going to create damage and destruction in its path wherever it goes. The same goes for our emotions. When those banks finally burst, when we have held back for so long, we create an enormous amount of destruction, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of those around us. If, on the other hand, we don't allow flow and everything becomes stagnant, that is when we create toxicity within our beings. Just as the river cannot flow, that the scum and the dirt sits on top and prevents it from going everywhere, so we too in our own lives create this for ourselves. Life becomes stagnant. We have no joy. We have no flow. We cannot move on. We get caught up in whatever it is we're busy with. We cannot see the light. It all becomes too much. We hold ourselves small. We become toxic to ourselves, and we can become toxic to those around us. The ability to move as water, to move in flow, and that is not so much surrendering to what is happening, but allowing the flow to happen, allowing our guides to help us on this journey, knowing that we are part of a relay race where we go forward and run our bit, but the minute we need to hand back to the guides, we need to. There'll be many guides on our paths with us, and most of the journey happens with them. It is only from time to time where there's something we need to put into place on this planet, in this earth, in our lives, that we actually pick up that banner again and run with it. We tend to want to run the whole race by ourselves, but it's not possible to win a race like that when it is a relay race. Each and every being needs their turn in it. So to step away from the stagnant part of our lives, the part where we feel we're achieving nothing, we are nothing, we have nothing to offer, we really do need to hand that baton back and carry on the race with joy. To move with water. Water needs to move no matter what, it will move. You can try holding it back, but it has an ebb and it has a flow. It is pulled by the moon, just as we are also we experience everything that the moon pulls on us. As it pulls on the waters within us, things rise and ebb in our own lives. Allow for water to do what it needs to do. Work with water. It is a very sacred aspect of our lives. We know only too well what a lack of water will do to our way of life when we cannot get it in our lives and in our day, when the taps run dry and the drought happens and there is no water to be had. We cease to exist on many levels. We become held back, we hold ourselves back, and we are unable to move and flow. So work with water, drink water, bathe in water, swim in water. Be conscious all the time as you listen to the wonderful sound of the stream as it wanders over the rocks. How sacred this water is to us, and how much each and every one of us needs it. And that when water is in flow within our beings, we are in flow with our own emotions. Thanks for being here today. If you're interested in booking a consultation or wondering about any workshop things that you would like to do, please do not hesitate to contact me.